Hey folks, Chris Waters here at Gamescom for a very special on-location version of Ask GameSpot. Joining me is David Vonderhaar, Game Design Director for Call of Duty Black Ops 2. David, we are well into Gamescom now. You've been live streaming every day, presentations. How are you holding up?
I'm doing pretty good. You know, it is the third day. It can get saucy, but we're having fun, right?
You guys are having a great showing, lines around the booth, and lots of people on the internet wanting to know just as much as you can give them. So I've got some questions here from Twitter, from GameSpot comments. I'll just throw them at you. We'll see what we can get.
You got it. Let's do it.
First up, from Twitter, Lazy Math Gorilla wants to know, what happens when you're with a mixed group of ranks and you enter division play?
Yeah, so this is a great thing. You can actually take a group of people that are your friends in a party and play with them. But you can also play with a mixed group. And the way that we normally deal with this is we individually rank players. So when you're in a mixed group, we're using the mixed division rankings to still do our best effort to put you with players of or about your skill level.
Okay, so even if you go in there with your friend who maybe just plays on the weekend and you're an everyday kind of player, you guys will still maybe try to find a good match?
Yeah, you know, it's actually really important that you get that to play with your friends. So just because you're much better than your friend, we wouldn't want to stop you from being able to play with you.
Heavens no. All right, next. Hamudi, 1041. This, when you prestige, you won't lose things you got with tokens, ?
So, actually, in fact, when you prestige, you will have everything reset. But we are constantly giving you additional tokens throughout the prestiging so you can kind of hold on to things longer and over time. We're going to be talking a lot about the prestige in the coming weeks.
Excellent. Lots of people wondering about that, but 10 levels, 55 levels, 10 levels of prestige. Next from Twitter, we've got T. Martien wondering, Ghost now only makes you invisible to the UAV if you are moving. Will you marry me, David Vonderhaar?
No.
There it is. He gave it to you straight, you know? You just ripped the Band-Aid right off. He's considerate.
I know it hurts.
Next up, XX Naruto fan XX. How will you be able to tell what league a player is in? What division, I guess?
Yeah, great. Actually, these division icons are very clearly sorted from the average skill all the way up to the top 2% in the world. And you'll actually see which league a player is in the lobby. So when you scroll over onto the player list, it'll show you very clearly and concisely which division he's in.
So that's going to be the new thing, striking fear into the hearts of players in lobbies?
Oh, that would be really nice, wouldn't it? Yeah, that's a good idea.
Sorry about that one, folks. Now from Twitter, H1Entron wants to know, my girlfriend liked to play training mode. Will that be back for the next Black Ops?
Yeah, actually it will be back. Combat training is coming back in a very big way. In a couple of weeks, we're going to get into a lot of details about that, but you're going to be very pleasantly surprised. There are all sorts of upgrades going into combat training, and they're going to be able to practice in more situations and actually earn a little experience points for doing it.
Did he just say experience points in training mode? I like it. Okay. And this is a quick one. At Husey and Burrick, is the RC in the game? I got this one. Yes.
The RCXD is back and made better for the 2025 time period of the game. It's a lot of fun.
Made better? That sounds strange and wonderful. Now over to GameSpot comments. Weskilla wants to know, are you rated on your individual performance, or do you get rated with the other bozos on your team?
All right, so this is actually a really important part of League play, and I want to take 1 second to make sure everyone understands this. In fact, there's actually 2 ways that you can get rated in League play. The version that we're supporting right out of the gate is the individual rankings, but in fact, you can be rated as a group of players. So that's you and I and our clan constantly playing together all the time. And when you're playing as a set team all the time, your team is rated. And that's actually a really super intense way to play the game, and you're going to be hearing about that very soon too.
Excellent. Now, is the team sort of bound together by a clan tag, or is it just you guys detect this crew is playing with each other again, this is their team rating?
Yeah, actually, great question. So here's how this thing works. In fact, whenever you play with any 4 people, the same 4 people, you're instantly a team. So me, you, and 2 of our friends would be a team, but if I'm not available one day and there's someone else, then you're a different team. Oh. So the game is very clean in this way. You don't have to think about this too much. You just get together with 4 guys, and the game says you're a team.
Super smart. I like it. Okay, just a few more here. How is codcasting not going to be used to cheat, wonders LPC Warrior.
Yeah, this isn't a problem. In fact, codcasting is something that you can enable and disable inside of any kind of game. So it's just not available for every public game. That would, of course, could be used to cheat. But when you're playing inside a LAN game or when you're playing inside a custom game, the host of the custom game can actually just turn off the codcasting mode.
and so no one's even going to be watching you if that makes you feel uncomfortable. Just 2 more questions here. David, you're doing a great job here. Burrito Tester wants to know, is codcasting used through Call of Duty Elite?
Codcasting is actually an in-game feature, so all you have to do is get into the game, switch to the Codcaster team, and you're using it.
No Elite status necessary. Now we're going to round out with a YouTube question. So that's a warning there for you. Brace yourself. My PS3 slow, it just wonders, real big Black Ops 2 fan here, but is wondering, so what if I decide to take my clothes off?
Don't do that. You won't be able to live stream if you are a guy who takes his clothes off.
Keep it together, folks. Keep it decent when you're playing Black Ops 2. David Vonderhaar, thank you so much for joining in here on Ask GameSpot. Black Ops 2 coming out
November 13th.
Excellent. Stay tuned to GameSpot for all the Black Ops 2 content from Gamescom you can handle.